All right, let me see. Let me see how this goes right here. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. I don't even know how I see anything. Am I able to see a chat? Am I able to see y'all when y'all join? Let me see. Okay, okay. I see some icons at the top. This is my first time going live with this YouTube vertical thing. So I'm kind of testing it out, kind of trying to see how this thing works, man. I'm trying to step my game up as a content creator on YouTube. You know, they always giving certain suggestions about which type of content they're pushing and supporting in the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. And usually I don't even really get into it. I don't really follow it. I just do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do things my own way on my own schedule and just kind of do whatever I feel, not really understanding the intricacies of how to really build a YouTube channel. But I'm trying to get better with that, trying to get more, you know, professional, I guess you could say, and really try to build this YouTube channel up to make it something viable. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been reading some of the emails and stuff like that that they send out. And so one of the things that they suggesting that we do now is these YouTube vertical lives, which this is my first time going live straight from YouTube like this. Usually when we go live on Sincere Love the Godcast, I do it through a third party software called StreamYard. You know, so we set up our StreamYard, we set up everything on the StreamYard to go live and stuff like that. And that allows us to be live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and even Instagram and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You can go live on multiple platforms simultaneously. So that's how I'm used to going live on here. That's how we do our broadcast and all of that. So this is my first time going live directly from YouTube using this YouTube vertical thing. Um, testing it out, see how it goes. Plus, I wanted to chop it up with y'all about a couple of things, and so I do. I think it looks like I do see a couple of y'all coming on up in here. So as y'all come on up in here, I would imagine everything looks the same on your end. So do me a favor and hit the like button. Let everybody know that I'm live right now. Share this out on your social media platforms. Let everybody know that I'm live right now. Okay, so I can kind of see the chats. It's a little small. Peace to the gods, peace to the gods. What's going on, Crown 808? Gaming, I think it says gaming, something like that. Peace, what's going on? Going on with y'all? Let me take this damn hoodie off real quick. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, fam. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? Tasha Boost, Lalit, Roy, Shortcake. These look like they might be some bots or something. Shortcake said, "Hey, guess what?" Gaming said, "I subscribe." So I don't know. I don't know. I don't recognize some of these names, some of these faces in here. I don't know. So I guess YouTube might be showing the video, the live, to more people than what they normally show it to, because this is the type of live content that they pushing right now. I'm using their suggestion, the YouTube vertical thing. And so maybe they're pushing it out and showing it to more people. So some different people coming on up in here. But some of y'all I don't recognize. Let me know who you are, where you coming in from. Type the name of your city in the chat. I appreciate y'all tuning in. What's going on? Jay Perfect in the building. That's my guy, Jay Perfect from Queens. Is that my guy, Jay Perfect from Queens? What's going on, King? Yes, yes, yes. Peace, peace, peace. What's good? What's good, my brother? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so yeah, that's so yeah, this is the okay. See a few of y'all coming up in here. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Hit the like button. Again, share this out on social media. Let everybody know that I'm live right now. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. For those of y'all that don't know, my name is Sincere Love the God. I do a podcast called Sincere Love the Godcast along with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl. And we usually go live on Sundays around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, where we get on and chop up good game about current events and issues that we feel are important and pertinent to what's going on in Black society. And we also have our weekly series called the Black Business Showcase. And we're about to kick off the new season of that right at the top of 2025. So if you are a Black business owner or entrepreneur and you would like to have your business featured on our platform, hit us up at godcastenterprises@gmail.com and let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase. That's what's up, King. That's what's up. Okay. Somebody speaking a little Spanish in the chat. Y'all gotta pardon me. The print is mad small on here. I look like an old man and shit trying to read the comments and shit. But yeah, man. Like I said, salute. FBA family in the building. What's going on, Sherelle Bryant? Appreciate you tuning in. You like my hat? I appreciate it. A lot of people like this hat, man. I be getting a lot of compliments on this hat when I throw it on. Appreciate that. Thank you. Brother Hotep-ish, FBA Beantown. Salute, my brother. Peace. And so, yeah, another thing, when I do these vertical lives, I'm going to try to get more frequent with going live on this vertical thing right here, just chop it up with y'all. But when I do these vertical lives, I need at least one person to cop a gift. So on your end, you should see where you're able to purchase a gift. I don't know. I think they're like $2 or $5 or something like that. I need at least one person to purchase a gift each time I go live on here. So if you want to support me, you want to support the channel and all of that, do me a favor, cop a gift right now while I'm live on here. Like I said, I think they're like $3 or $5 or something like that. Nothing crazy. But if you would, you want to support, like I said, go ahead and cop a gift for me. I'm trying to get at least one every time I go live on here. And if I do that a few times throughout the month, I hit like certain markers or certain goals or whatever that YouTube wants you to do. YouTube wants to see that, the community is engaging with the content and all of that. And then in turn, they're supposed to, not shadow ban the kid, not shadow ban the God and stuff like that. And, boost our stuff into the YouTube algorithm. So, we can really start growing our channel and stuff like that. We got almost 3,000 subscribers right now on here. And so I would like to get to 5,000 subscribers, in the next, couple of months. Within the next couple of months, I would say, try to hit 5,000 subscribers. And so I'm going to do my part and try to be more consistent with the content and all of that. Like I said, we got our Sunday broadcast, the current events joint. We got the weekly broadcast where we do the Black Business Showcase. And I'm going to do a few of these, throughout the month as well. Just come on here and chop it up with y'all on the vertical live and all of that. And, also we're going to be getting more frequent with the shorts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're really going to try to build the channel up. So definitely, if you're not subscribed, you need to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live or whenever we upload new content. Peace, what's going on? First Work Media, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. What's going on? Yeah, man. So one thing that I wanted to chop it up with y'all about while we here. As y'all know, we've been discussing this thing about hip hop, the origins of hip hop, where this culture comes from, and all of this stuff. And recently it's been the conversation has been reignited by some inflammatory comments that were made by Fat Joe on Math Hoffa's podcast called My Expert Opinion podcast. For those that don't know, for those that's not up to date with the conversation and all of that, Fat Joe went on there and they asked him about foundational Black Americans and who created hip hop and all of that. And he went on this anti-Black rant saying foundational Black Americans are racist, trying to paint us as some type of organization or something like that, trying to frame the conversation as if there's some type of uh, organization out there that's just trying to, I don't know what he's trying to say really. Don't get me to trying to translate the babbling. But basically, they've been on this Latinos, Puerto Ricans specifically, created hip hop 50-50 with black people. And when they say black people, they're talking about black people from the Caribbean. They're not even trying to give any props whatsoever to foundational black Americans. They're really trying to take us out of it altogether. They're trying to say it was Jamaicans and it was Puerto Ricans, and we got it from them. That's basically what they've been trying to say. And, we've been shutting that down for the past couple of years with receipts. With receipts. We've been showing receipts about, where the origins of all these elements that we know that we associate with hip hop, where it came from, how it's always been a part of our culture as foundational black Americans. Before there was a thing called hip hop, we've always been rapping, we've always been doing these street style dances and hitting the floor and all of that. Some of the first graffiti artists were foundational black Americans, and you know what I'm saying? Just all of it from top to bottom. We've been, pulling up a lot of content, showing the receipts about where all of this stuff really, really comes from and how it all got started. And, Tariq Nasheed did the documentary Microphone Check about the origins of hip hop. I guess somebody must have been trolling. You got him up out of here, Crown. Yeah, he did the Microphone Check documentary about the origins of hip hop and all of that. And I mean, he went and got all of the original pioneers that was a part of the movement at the very beginning in the Bronx during the late 60s, early 70s. He went and got the people who were there, some of the first rappers, some of the first DJs, the very first breakdancers, the first graffiti artist, Cornbread, the first female MC. You had Grandmaster Caz in there. You had Melly Mel in there. Cool DJ Red Alert was in there. Just all of these pioneers. DJ FaZe was in there. Charlie Robb. I mean, I don't understand how you're going to argue with these people. But after the documentary came out, the conversation got kind of quiet. It quieted down a little bit because it's like, damn, how you going to argue with the pioneers, right? Like, how the hell you going to argue with the pioneers? You know what I'm saying? And, it got quiet for a minute until, like I said, recently Fat Joe went on Math Hoffa and said what he said. And, that reignited the conversation. And so, we went in here on our channel. We went in, broke the whole thing down. And many other people in the new black media has been doing their thing, shutting the lies down and all of that. Lord Jamar, Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, just everybody, because he came at certain people directly. He came at Lord Jamar directly by name. He didn't say Tariq Nasheed's name, but he kept trying to talk about this leader of FBA, and everybody knows he was referring to Tariq Nasheed with that, because a lot of people try to do that, try to paint Tariq as the leader of some organization, which I'm not a part of any organization. There is no organization called Foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black American is just a term that we use to refer to the lineage of the people who are descendants of freedmen in America. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And, he said something about the Foundational Black Authority. And so a lot of people thought that that was a shot at Jason Black. And so everybody's been going in. Lord Jamar did, back-to-back lives on it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it, breaking it down, defending the throne, defending himself and his own honor, but also just defending the culture overall. And then I saw something weird happen on Twitter. I don't know how it started. I was trying to get to the bottom of it, to the beginning of it, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to speak on it. But it's been going on for a couple of days now, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to say something. And what happened was somehow Sadat X entered the chat. Sadat X from the legendary group Brand Nubians, alongside Lord Jamar and Grand Poobah. One of my all-time favorite rap groups, one of the dopest rap groups of all time, legendary Brand Nubians, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, so somehow Sadat X got into the conversation, entered the chat, and he's been wilding out. I don't know what type of time Sadat X is on with this thing right here, but he's been on a whole different type of time with it. You know, something came across my timeline on Twitter where he was just saying, I forgot what was the first thing I saw. I forgot what was the first thing I saw, but somebody had retweeted something that he said on the timeline in regards. So I think as actually I kind of remember the first tweet that I saw was something about him saying, I never said anything about what Fat Joe said or what Lord Jamar said. That's between those two. That was like the first thing I saw, something like that. I was so disappointed in Sadat X, completely off code. Facts. Add FBA as a hashtag so more FBAs can find your channel. I can't do that while I'm live right now, right? I need to do that when I'm setting up the live, right? Just put the hashtags in there and stuff like that. I appreciate the suggestion, Dave Young. So I think that was like the first tweet I saw, and then I went on his page and started going down his timeline because I don't follow him. I seen it because somebody else retweeted it. But I clicked on his page and tried to get to the origin of the thread to see what he was talking about. And I don't even think I got to the beginning of it because I just seen so many tweets. He was just going in like the whole day. He was going back and forth with people, calling dudes calling dudes nigga with the hard ER and all of that stuff. Just really crashing out. Really crashing out. And you know, I was like, damn, what the hell is this about? You know, I've been checking out what he's been saying, some of the videos and stuff he's been dropping, trying to really gauge, you know, where he's coming from. Because to be honest, I haven't seen him say anything solid. It's been like very ambiguous, although he has been very aggressively, you know, attacking people who are representing the FBA side of the argument. He hasn't took a solid stance one way or the other from what I saw. He hasn't said, I haven't seen him say anything like, yo, Fat Joe was right, you know, Puerto Ricans did help start hip hop or nothing like that. I haven't heard him say anything like that, although his tweets may come across as if, you know, that's where he's at with it, because he's very defensive. But it seemed to me he's like super defensive about being in the middle. That's what it seemed like to me. And so that's why I was trying to, you know, hear him out for a minute just to see where he was really at before I said anything. But the thing is, I did a song with Sadat X. You know, Sadat X, me and my brother DJ RP Beats, we got Sadat X on our album called The Spear and the Shield. And we did a song with Sadat X called God Mind. There's a record on the Spear and the Shield project with me, my brother, the Ab Soldier, and Sadat X. It's called God Mind. Very dope record. Dope ass record. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm like, damn, you know, we got a song with the God and all of that. You know, and like I said, I'm a big Brand Nubian fan. I've always been rocking with them, you know what I'm saying, for years. And so I was trying to just, you know, not say anything and just, you know, kind of be on the sideline checking it out. And from what I've been seeing, it just seems to me like for some reason, he's super aggressive about wanting to be neutral. You know what I'm saying? Peace, what's going on, Breeze Omega? It's like, from what I'm seeing, from the tweets that I saw and from the videos and stuff that I've seen him post on Twitter and on Instagram, it sounds to me like he's saying, I ain't in this shit. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I'm neutral in this conversation, and you niggas not gonna force me to take a side, right? And so I'm like, okay, if that's your thing, if you neutral, why you gotta be so aggressive about it? Why are you if you neutral, okay, that's fine. You don't have to weigh in on the conversation. If you choose not to weigh in on the conversation, you well within your rights to do so. You're not obligated to weigh in on the conversation because you're part of Brand Nubians and Lord Jamal is a big part of the conversation. Like, we haven't really heard anything from Grand Pooba either. Grand Pooba hasn't said anything, although Grand Pooba does follow me on Instagram and he has shared a lot of my content on his story. So when I'm posting and I'm talking about this topic, y'all already know where I stand with it. I'm bringing receipts and dropping facts about how this is strictly 100% a foundational Black American thing. You know, hip hop is an extension of foundational Black American culture. I'm dropping content that certifies and solidifies that. And Grand Pooba has shared my content on his story. Now, I don't know if Grand Pooba runs his own Instagram account. Maybe somebody else runs his account. I don't know. I don't know Grand Pooba personally. You know what I'm saying? But he follows me on Instagram, or his account follows me on Instagram, and they have shared my stuff. And so I would think it was him that runs his own account. You know, it's not like he's, Beyonce or somebody like that who don't got time. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole team of people that run their Instagram. I don't think that would be the case. So I do think it's him that runs his account. And so I would think that he's on the side of truth. He's on the side of truth, although he hasn't come out and directly weighed in on the conversation, and nor is he obligated to. He's not obligated to do that. Neither is Sadat X or anyone else. You know what I'm saying? But if you choose to stay neutral or just stay out of the conversation, that's fine. But you don't got to be crashing out and just attacking people left and right, calling people nigga with the hard R and all of this stuff, like just really, really crashing out over this shit. I don't know if this is like the most attention that he's gotten on social media, and he kind of likes the attention, so he could be just trolling a little bit to get the engagement, because I'm not trying to shit on Sadat, nothing like that. Like I said, I got a song with Sadat. You know what I mean? But it's not like he has a big active social media following like that where he goes viral all the time and stuff like that. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't do content like that. You know what I'm saying? He just posts himself at work, talking about what's going on in his day, whatever is on his mind and stuff like that. He uses social media like kind of like how your uncle used social media, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how your uncle be on Facebook, just going live while he's on break at work or something like that. So Sadat X does stuff like that. It's not like he has a podcast or, you know what I'm saying, where he really is like going in trying to create content to be able to build a community or build an audience to be able to sell merch or sell tickets to the show or anything. He don't do social media like that. And so I don't know if it was just all of the attention that he was getting. I don't know if people was just coming wanting him to weigh in on the conversation, because since Lord Jamal is a big part of the conversation, people saying, yo, Sadat, where you at with all this? I know you hearing what's going on. What's your opinion? And it's social media. So you would expect people going to ask you what's your opinion on certain things. You know what I'm saying? You being who you are in the conversation that's taking place, it would make sense that people on social media would kind of ask you to weigh in on that. But my thing is, if it's your choice not to weigh in on it, you don't want to be a part of that conversation, you want to just stay neutral, just do that. Just stay out of it. Just stay out of it. But the simple fact that you going on the attack about it really looks funny style and off code. And it's kind of sad to see, to be honest. It's very sad to see. What y'all talking about? What's going on, T Gritty? B1. Grand Pooba is not page watching. Y'all gotta stop. What y'all saying? Said how, Sway? See gritty style. They not obligated, right? That's true. That's true. Um, is that a gift sticker? I see somebody put some stickers or something in the chat. Does that mean that you cop the gift? Because I need at least one person on this live to cop a gift while I'm on here. It's like $3 or $5 or something like that. I don't know how much the gifts cost, but it's just a couple dollars. I need at least one of y'all on this live to cop a gift for me today. Would you do that? Would you support the God like that? Like I said, man, you know, I'm trying to take the suggestions from YouTube to really do things to try to build the channel up and, you know, grow our subscribers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so this vertical live is one of the things that they suggested I do. And they said I need to get at least one gift per vertical live or something like that. And so, you know, one of y'all rock with me like that, ain't it? At least one of y'all gonna cop a gift. You know what I mean? Respect to you in advance. Whoever goes and gets them a where do you get the gift? That's a good question. You don't see nothing on there, like a $sign or something on there. Durham, North Carolina. What you talking about? G Gritty. I was talking about the situation with Sadat X going in on FBA's about this whole who created hip hop thing and all of that. That's what I was talking about. Who's a tether? I know you ain't talking about me. There's a gift box right next to the chat box. Okay, so right next to the chat box, you should see a gift box or a $sign or something like that right next to the chat box. So if somebody who's tuning in live with me right now would do me the honors of clicking on the gift box right next to the chat box and just copy you a gift. Copy you a gift to support the channel, help us grow, help us do our thing, what we trying to do here. Crew Royalty, I sent Jules gifts. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, I don't know how, I don't know, it doesn't show me anything. I don't see anything. Is that why you're no, you're a member. That's why your handle comes in green, because you're a channel member. And shout out to Crew Royalty for being a channel member as well. Crew Royalty is one of the channel members. And so that's another thing that I gotta get with too. I gotta step my game up with too. For those of y'all who are channel members, give me some ideas about some of the exclusive content that y'all want to see me and Nicety Girl do that is going to be strictly for the channel members, or at least at first you guys will get early access to some of the content as channel members. You know what I'm saying? There's a $sign next to the gift box. All right, so there's a $sign next to the gift box next to the chat. So if you guys want to support by copying a gift, there's a $sign right next to the gift box in the chat box. Something like that. Something like that. That's how you support it. Somebody said Cheech and Chong created hip hop in the 70s. Okay. So y'all use the word tether like an agent. Who is y'all? Is you talking to somebody else in the chat? Okay, I see it now. It says Crew Royalty sent a gift. I appreciate that, King. Crew Royalty sent the gift. There it goes. There it goes. I appreciate that. There it goes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Y'all must be talking to each other in the chat. I don't know what y'all going back and forth about in the chat. Somebody's calling somebody a tether. Is there a tether? Is there a tether in the building? If you are a tether, type a number 3 in the chat. Got 20 for 99 cents. Had them stored. Then I got to send them after I buy. So, okay. So I think it must work kind of like the Facebook thing. I think Facebook has something similar to that, where you could like, you purchase these coins or whatever, and you just have the coins. And then when you want to support somebody, you could use those coins under their content or when they go live or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how it all works. I'm trying to learn how this works. Trey, is Trey a tether? Trey, where's your family from, Trey? Trey, they saying you the tether up in here, Trey. Where's your family from, Trey? Trey Gritty, where is your where are your great grandparents from? Let's start right there. Hold on. Can I do this? I can't type nothing in the chat. So I can't invite none of y'all to come on the live. Is there like a request button or something like that where y'all can request to come on live with me? Hold on. Share a poll, share a Q&A. Nah. So Durham, North Carolina, and Maryland, Eastern Shore. Yeah, my family from the Carolinas. North Carolina and South Carolina. I can't type nothing in the chat. I wanted to send an invite so y'all could hop on. I wanted to put a link in the chat so y'all could hop on here. Let me see. How can I do this? I want to invite a couple of y'all to come on here and chime in. Is there a request button on y'all end? Can y'all request to go live with me? Like the Instagram joint or nah? Supreme Abdul-Jabbar, Eastern Shore is FBA Nation. My daddy from Tuscaloosa and my mama from North Carolina. Shout out to the FBA family in the building. And shout out to the non-FBA family in the building. As long as you're not on no tether shit. Still got love for my non-FBA family. Y'all still family. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got the right mindset, I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with my Puerto Rican family, my Jamaican family, you know, my Caribbean family, my African family. You know, I rock with the human family as long as you got the right mindset. As long as you got the right mindset, I rock with the human family. There's no request button? Okay. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think I could get y'all to go live with me on this vertical thing. At least I don't see how. There's a share button right here. But I guess that's just for me to post this live up on social media. But if I do that, it's probably going to take me off the live. I'm just experimenting. Y'all rock with me for a minute. I'm just experimenting, trying to see how this works. Let me see what happens if I send a message. Okay. So did I go out for a minute? See, I'm on YouTube. Is the GIF on the gram? No, I'm on YouTube. You're right. I'm not live on Instagram. I can't go live on Instagram. I'm blocked from going live on Instagram until August. I can't go live on Instagram until August of 2025. All because I posted a meme of Kamala Harris. There was a meme floating around on social media with Kamala Harris where she was like bent over. She was like busting it open a little bit. She had a fatty and all that with some lingerie on. They had Kamala Harris with a fatty wearing some lingerie, bent over the desk in the Oval Office or something like that. I posted that meme. And Facebook and Instagram blocked me for a minute. I couldn't post nothing for a minute. Both of my pages were blocked. And then Facebook freed me. I can go live on Facebook, but Instagram said I can't go live until August 2025 because of that violation. They got you too, Breeze Omega, for the same one? Yeah, where the hell is Kamala now? We ain't heard from Kamala since she took that L. She just disappeared off the map. She just completely disappeared off the map. But back to Sadat X. I'm looking at his timeline right now. He's still going in, y'all. He's still going in. Hold on.
I was going on my comments and there's this big chick
I don't know if y'all can hear that.
in the video, and she said I was broke. I said, Ma, you see every day I post from work.
He
How am
said,
I broke? I said,
even FBA women are coming for my head. Damn. And so he's on a video talking
Dad,
about,
you look like a sandwich bag filled with jello.
and his
And you got the nerve to be saying something. That was light. I could have killed you. I didn't even want to do that to your confidence like that. But the reality is you're fat and sloppy. Come on.
and his roast game is trash, by the way. Sadat, your roast game is not really up to par like that. You might want to chill out, brother, because there's some people out here that really know how to roast and make memes and all of that shit, and you kind of an easy target. So if that's what this is about for you, if you just kind of having fun, going back and forth with niggas because you like to try to joan and all that, you might want to chill out with that one, my nigga, because you kind of an easy target, and it's a lot of niggas out here that's nice with the memes and the Photoshop, and niggas will have you out on the internet looking crazy. So that might not be the hill you want to climb, my nigga. That might not be it, Sadat. I don't want that for you, my brother. I'm being honest. I don't want that for you. If that's all you doing is just trying to just go back and forth with niggas for entertainment purposes, chill out with that, man. Chill out with that because it's not a good look. It's really not a good look. I don't know how to use X like that on my computer. I'm used to only seeing X on my phone, so it looks funny on here. He said, "Yeah, it's my birthday. Half talk niggers, hard ER, talking didn't buy my last album. Y'all just mad. For y'all MLK niggers, it don't stop until when I say when. Yeah, my teeth is fucked up. Your mama and mine." Sadat, you're not that good with this roasting thing, my nigga. You're not that good with the roasting thing. Chill, Sadat. Say y'all said I was the wackest in an all-star group. Look at my face and let me know. So you're looking for validation. I noticed that too because he posts a picture of himself. He said, "Y'all said I was the wackest member of Brand Nubians. Let me know what y'all think." And so this is fishing for validation. Like he's looking for, his fans and the people that rock with him to come to his defense in the comment section and say, "Nah, you crazy, yo, you the illest." He looking for that type of validation. Because I seen the other day he posted a screenshot of somebody's YouTube live that was defending him. It was, the title said something like FBA's come for Sadat X and lose badly. Something like that was the title. And he screenshot it and posted it talking about the people have spoken. And the video had like 70 views on it. What's going on, Mama Love? Mama Love in the building. What's going on? But yeah, the video had like 70 views on it. And he posted that up talking about, yo, the people have spoken. Dude, the video has 70 views on it. Just because you got one or two niggas agreeing with you, who might even be tethers, most likely, these are tethers who are agreeing with you, that's not the people speaking. That's not the people speaking, man. And so again, man, I had to weigh in on it, because like I said, me and RP, we got a song with the brother. We got a song with the brother. And so, sometimes people want to make you guilty by association. The same way, that's how he got in the conversation in the first place, because he part of Brand Nubians. And so since Lord Jamal going in, people wanted Sadat X to go in too. You don't want to go in, you don't want to go in, that's fine. But you ain't got to do all this. You ain't got to do all this. This is madness. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is this: the reason why, oh yeah, here it goes right here. FBA come for Sadat X, a Brand Nubian, and lose badly. That was the thing that the screenshot of somebody's YouTube that he posted talking about the people have spoken. It got 70 views on it. I don't know if y'all hold on. Yo, blood that. Hold on. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's him talking about the people have spoken. But the thing is this, and this is not just with Sadat X, but a lot of rappers from that era, you know, who only were able to reach a certain level, you know, at the peak of their career. Some people from that era actually broke through and became superstars and all of that. But, you know, Brand Nubians, I don't even think they went gold, unfortunately. You know, much as they are considered a legendary group, as much as people like myself love Brand Nubians, you know, they didn't sell a bunch of records and stuff like that. They didn't become these household name superstars. You know, that Lord Jamar took his career further by, you know, doing the acting thing. You know, he was in that HBO television series. What was the name of it when they was in prison? It was on around the same time as The Wire. Talib Kweli told him tether meant anchor baby. No, Talib didn't tell Rock the entire story. Who Talib was talking to? Who was Talib talking to? But Talib been on this type of shit, even going way harder than what I'm seeing from Sadat X. Oz, that was the name of the show. You know, he did that TV show and maybe a couple of other things too on the acting side of things. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he was able to find a lane on the internet. Once social media got popping and all of that, he was able to find himself a lane really just by speaking truth to power. You know, he used to appear on Vlad TV a lot. And, you know, he would be like the only person that was going up on Vlad TV, bringing any type of substance to the table and really critiquing the culture in a real way, just speaking truth to power. And it was controversial. It came across controversial when he was just saying basic things like, you know, why is these niggas wearing dresses? And no, Eminem ain't top 5. He was just saying normal shit that, you know, real niggas already believe and think, you know what I'm saying? But nobody was really talking like that. And so he stood out. He stood out because all these celebrities and all that, they be scared, you know, that they're going to get canceled. So they don't touch certain subjects or they stay, you know, politically correct on certain subjects and all of that. And, you know, Lord Jamar just had no filter. And so he stood out. And so he was able to create a lane for himself on the internet, you know, by doing that. But a lot of rappers from that era, that's what I was trying to say. A lot of rappers from that era, the only way that they're able to make money now is by performing and doing shows. You know, they're not, like I said, they didn't sell a lot of records back in the day, so it's not some big residual checks coming in the mail every month or every couple of months or something like that they're able to live off of. You know, there's not like a lot of you know, endorsements or, you know, walkthrough money and stuff like that, you know, just appearance money and stuff like that. So the only way that they really make money is by going on the road doing shows. And honestly, when they go out on the road and they do these shows, when they look out in the crowd, we not the main ones that's out there supporting them. Let's be honest. That's something that we got to be honest. And actually, that doesn't just go for the old school rappers. That's kind of damn near across the board, even with the stadium shows and all of that. When you look at a lot of the rap shows, we're not dominating the audience out there like that. Black people in general, but foundational Black Americans specifically, is not the main ones buying tickets, purchasing the merch, you know, and all of that stuff. A lot of their main support comes from the non-FBAs, the Latino community. You know what I'm saying? The white people that love hip hop and all of that stuff, especially like, you know, the real purists, the lot of the MCs and stuff that come from that real purist section of hip hop and all of that. You got a lot of white people that really support that wholeheartedly. they're going to really buy the tickets and buy the t-shirts and all of that and travel to come see you perform and all of that. They are more invested in it than we are. And so that's why you have certain people who, number one, don't want to rock the boat, but number two, have a lack of respect. Have a lack of respect for foundational Black Americans because they don't see the support. That's real. That's very real. You know what I mean? That's something that we got to be honest about. And so, you know, if your bread and butter is from, you know, when you go out and do these shows and, you know, it's all the Latinos out there that's supporting you and the white people that's out there supporting you and all of that, maybe you don't want to ruffle those feathers. I can't really be mad at you if that's the case. I can't really be mad at you if that's the case. But again, if you want to stay neutral and just don't ruffle no feathers, do that. But going on all of these rants and attacking foundational Black Americans and all of that, now that's some other shit. I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign that at all. Lord Jamal has an album dropping on the 31st, and we should be supporting it. Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm definitely going to check it out. If it's good, then I'll be bumping it. I'll be adding it to the playlist. I'll be working out at the gym with it on if it's good. But that's the thing. I don't believe in just supporting somebody, you know, because they Black or because they FBA or whatever. They got to make some dope shit. If you make some dope shit, I'm going to rock with it. I'm not going to just support you just because. You know what I'm saying? You got to make some dope shit. I don't ask people to support me. I'm an artist. I'm an MC. I don't say, yo, you got to support me because I'm FBA and because, you know, I'm on code and all of that. And I'm speaking truth to power, so you should support me. Nah, I'm doing the best I can to make some dope shit. And so when you hear it, you're gonna wanna support it, quote unquote. Yeah, you're gonna want to bump that. You know what I'm saying? Or not. But I don't never tell nobody, yo, support me, whether it's any type of business that I do. You know, I got to give you a good service, and that's it. If you give a good service, people gonna come. People gonna come and they're gonna rock with it. That's definitely the case. Let me see what y'all talking about. Real hip hop head to our FBA support as much as we can. That's definitely the case for West Coast artists. And now that's not just West Coast artists, but it's definitely the case out there. You're right. We the first people to support them and get them on. We can't help the numbers, especially in certain cities and states. I brought the master class. Talib Kweli was most definitely a tether, pun intended, but not most deaf as far as I know. I'm not sure either. I'm not sure about that either. That shit gonna be funny. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Joe about to find out the hard way. I mean, see, with Joe's situation, Fat Joe's situation, it's kind of like, what do he have to lose? What do he really have to lose? Nobody was really listening to Fat Joe anyway. He got an album out right now. That shit ain't making no noise. Look, it's hard to do real numbers out here and the way everything is set up now with the climate. I don't care who you are. Snoop and Dre just put out an album, fire ass album, by the way. One of my favorite albums from this year. It's Snoop and Dre. Snoop is the most famous rapper in the world. Dr. Dre is the most legendary producer of all time in hip hop. They got a track record of just making these records that just take over the world. They've done it for 30 years. They just put out one of their best pieces of work, and they only did like 30-something thousand in the first week. Snoop and Dre only did 30-something thousand in the first week. And they did everything right. They did all the press, you know what I'm saying? They went on the Drink Champs platform. I seen Snoop was on Cam's platform, and they did something with Complex, and they made like a little short film. They dropped a video. They did everything right to roll the album out. They made a dope ass album, and they only did 30-something thousand in the first week. Snoop and Dre. So what the hell you think Joey Crack numbers gonna look like? Let's be honest. Joey Crack numbers probably look like mine. He probably competing with us numbers wise out here, man. Ain't nobody checking for that shit, so he don't really got nothing to lose, to be honest. Always thought Talib was a whack rapper who only exists in hip hop because of most. Yeah, he's not as good as he think he is, but he not whack. Talib Kweli nice. He not whack. I wouldn't say that, but he definitely, out of that camp, he's the worst one. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Mos Def, but he not whack. I wouldn't say that. Lord Jamal is 56. Don't care if the project sounds like a nigga that's 56. I'm a cop it. What does that mean? If you 56, you get a pass? How old is Snoop? I'm on my phone, so I can't. Hold on. How old is Snoop Dogg? Hold on. Snoop is 53. Snoop album is fire. Now, I'm not saying, I know Lord Jamal, he does his own production and all that stuff. It ain't like he in $1 million studio with Dr. Dre and all of these other artists and musicians and all that. I'm not, comparing it to that or saying it needs to be on that level or whatever. I'm just saying, being 56 don't give you a pass to be whack. Right? Yeah, that don't give you a pass to be whack. You got some of the older heads that's still nice, still going in the studio, making some dope shit. Me and RP did a stream last week talking about all the favorite albums from the old heads that dropped. Because a lot of old heads dropped in 2024. You know what I'm saying? We got a project from LL. I didn't like it that much, but I ain't gonna say it was whack. It wasn't whack, but it wasn't for me. I'll just say that. The Common and Pete Rock, another tether, their album got a lot of love. A lot of people like their album. Me personally, I didn't really like it that much. I didn't like it like that. I tried to like it. I wanted to like it. I wasn't feeling their album like that. That album, I was like, nah. Hopefully the next one is good. It was just something missing on that album for me, and mostly the lyrics. The lyrics was subpar. I expect way more from Common. Who else? The Snoop album, I love. That was great. Rakim did a project, but he did most of the production on the project. It was kind of like a compilation with a bunch of other artists, but it was good though. It was a good project, and the few times that he did when he was on the track vocally, he did his thing. He sound crisp. He sound fresh. Who else dropped? MC Lyte put out a dope project. How old is Lyte? I don't know if y'all heard of MC Lyte's project, but Lyte did her thing. That album didn't make a lot of noise at all, but it was a pretty good album. She's 54. MC Lyte is 54. So yeah, I ain't gonna give you a pass. I don't give you a pass because you're young, and I ain't gonna give you a pass because you're old. Because they used to say that about like a lot of the mumble rap niggas. When the mumble rap shit was taking over everything, we were supposed to give them a pass because they was young. Oh, they just kids. And like, no. Nas was a kid when he made Illmatic. That don't give you a pass because you're young. You know what I'm saying? LL was a kid when he came out. All these niggas was kids. Rakim was young when he made Paid in Full and all of that. What was he? 17, 18? These niggas was young writing this shit. So no, I ain't give these young niggas no pass because they can't rhyme, because they're illiterate. So I ain't giving the old niggas no pass. Y'all gonna have to make some dope shit, or else I ain't listening to it. I'm definitely gonna check out Lord Jamal's album. I fuck with Lord Jamal. I'm anticipating his album. I hope it's dope. But if it ain't, it ain't. We gonna be proud that FBA made that dope music. I'm about to get some tracks from RP Beats. Word? RP got that heat, man. Shout out to my brother DJ RP Beats. Cap Joe more of a hip hop character than an artist. Joe was living on a brand, not music. Pro Joe was the selling angle. PR Joe was the selling angle. I don't know. Fat Joe, um, was able to position himself throughout the years, in a way that sustained his career by collaborating with the right people to make hit records. He does have hit records. He made some anthems throughout the years, but like we've been pointing out, it's always with somebody else on the record. It's never just Fat Joe by himself. You know what I'm saying? But he do got hits. You know, can't take those hits away from him. He got those joints. Lean Back was a hit. All the Way Up was a hit. What's Love was a hit. You know what I'm saying? He got hits. He got hits. It is what it is. If they ain't put it in Fortnite, it don't matter no more. What does that mean? Oh, y'all might be talking about something else. Honestly, I don't think people buy music anymore. Not necessarily. Well, people do buy music. You know, I know it's more so the streaming now, but the certain amount of streams is equivalent to a sale. And so when they talk about these artists, what their numbers look like in the first week, they're tallying up the streams and all of that stuff to determine, you know, how many sales that would equate to. Mostly that's what they're doing. But people do buy music, but you're right, it's more rare now. You know, but people still sell vinyl. People even still sell CDs and cassettes and stuff like that, you know, with their packages and stuff like that. And their core fans go out and buy that stuff. The most, you know, your everyday average fans are not going out to buy stuff like that when they could just stream it. You know what I'm saying? But your core fans will buy, you know, the hard copies and stuff like that. Speaking of Mos Def is doing an album with The Alchemist. Mos Def and The Alchemist have an album about to come out, but it's not going to be released on those streaming platforms. It's not going to be released digitally anywhere like that. They're doing an event in Paris where only the people that's going to be at the event are going to have access to this album. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're performing it or they're just going to have like a listening session, or you can actually purchase physical copies while you're there, whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but they're doing an event in Paris for the release of this album. And that's the only place it's going to be released at. It's at that event. And so stuff like that, I love the idea of stuff like that, because what that's doing is it's bringing back the value of music. Because you're right, music has been devalued because of streaming. With the advent of streaming, and even before streaming, you know, you had the downloads and all of that stuff with Napster and LimeWire and all that stuff. People was just able to get access to the music without having to actually go out and purchase it. You know what I'm saying? And so now with the oversaturation of music being released all the time and easy access, you could just pick up your phone and push play and hear your favorite artist. The music has been devalued because of that. And so people don't feel like music is something that they should buy. You know, most fans don't look at it like it's worth, you know, going in their pocket and exchanging any type of money for. You know what I'm saying? They don't see it as that type of exchange. They'll pay for their subscription, whether it's Spotify or Apple Music, Tidal, or whatever their subscription, they subscribe to that so that they can hear the music that they want to hear. But just for this song right here, I'm going to pay you $5 so I can get this hear that song or download the song or whatever. People don't see the value in it like that. But when you do, like what Mos Def is doing with this release, they did something similar with him and Kweli's album that they did. They only sold it on their own website. You had to get it directly from them. Who else? There's a Wu-Tang project. If y'all remember that Wu-Tang project that was done by another producer. It wasn't RZA who produced it, but there's an exclusive Wu-Tang project that was only sold at an auction. They put it in a dope ass package of, you know what I'm saying? It was like a treasure inside this box and all of that stuff. And they did like a big auction for it. And it sold for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? A couple of times. It's been sold a couple of times now for a couple of $1 million. But there's just that one copy of the album, that master copy of the album, and whoever owns it for like 88 years or something like that. And so that brings value back to the music. It brings value back to the art. You know what I'm saying? So I love those ideas, but it really only works if you are established at a certain level, if you have a core audience, if you have like a cult following that really rocks with your art, that really rocks with your music, then you can cater to them in that way. You know what I'm saying? By making your music more rare, by making it less accessible. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Proud to Pay movement what Nipsey did. Nipsey did a Proud to Pay movement, not the same exact thing, not in the same exact way, but he put the value on his music by selling the CDs for $100. Either you're gonna get it or you're not. But with Nipsey, you know, like I said, it was a little different because you could actually get the album for free. You know what I'm saying? But if you really rock with me, you know what I'm saying, CD is $100. You know what I'm saying? Or the Proud to Pay thing was where you could pay how much you feel like it's worth. You got LaRussell who's doing that now. LaRussell following that blueprint where he releases a lot of music and you set your own price. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get the album, you pay what you want to pay for it. You can pay $1 for it. You can pay $100 for it. You can pay $1,000 for it. Whatever you think it's worth, that's what you pay for it. That's a dope concept right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope concept right there. Because it don't take much. You know, you don't have to move 1 million units to be able to make a living and turn a profit off of your music. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have millions of fans and all of that stuff. You can have a core following. You know what I'm saying? 100,000 people that rock with you real heavy that's going to spend $10 a month with you. You got, you know what I'm saying, even 50,000 people that's willing to spend $10 a month with you. You don't need no job. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's no middleman, there's nobody else in your pocket, and you're going directly to the consumer. You can make a living off of your art. You can make a living off your music. And so, you know, it's going to be, the onus is going to be on the artists to get more creative with how they release music, with what they put into the art, with how they connect with the audience now. You know what I'm saying? To be able to create value on what it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for a lot of different industries, but music particularly, I think, you know, people are going to have to get more creative. I like what, what's my man's name that's locked up right now for the Megan Thee Stallion shit? Daystar. What's his name? Can't even think of his name right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He did something with the NFT where he releases music through the NFT. You had to purchase the NFT or something like that to get the music and all of that. And I think he made like $1 million in a day or something. It was something crazy. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something crazy where he bypassed the streaming services and you know the typical distribution outlets and all of that, and went directly to the consumer and got a bag. You know, a lot of people feel like that's why he's in the situation that he is now. A lot of people feel like he was set up, you know, because of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, it's different ways. There's different ways that you could do it. Let me see what y'all talking about. Tory Lanez, thank you. Yeah, that's his name. Artists got to focus on live shows and tour money. They need to put on great live shows. I agree with that, but also, you know, you don't want to have to be on tour, you know what I'm saying, longer than you really want to or need to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to end up like, you know, rest in peace, the late great Frankie Beverly. But Frankie Beverly shouldn't have had to live on the road like that at that late age. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a certain part of him still loved it, but he was losing his voice. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't sounding as good no more. But that was the only way that he was able to sustain himself up, was by just constantly being on the road. And, you know, you got to try to create some other form of income with your career, with your art, with your music, so that you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that you could shut that down one day and, you know, kind of retire from the tour game and still live good and eat good and have money coming in. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is a young man's sport. When Tupac and Biggie was hot, wasn't nobody listening to Big Daddy Kane and Kool Moe D. Yeah, but that's not true anymore. That's not true. Yeah, and there's too much proof of that right now. We could talk about some of the OGs who have been coming out, dropping albums and doing pretty well, dropping new music and doing pretty well for themselves. But not only that, we could talk about like the Griselda, Conway the Machine, West Side Gun, and these guys are pushing 40. You know what I'm saying? And they're fairly new artists. These guys came out in their 30s and they got a worldwide audience. You know what I'm saying? They have a global audience. Before you ever heard of West Side Gun and these dudes, they had billboards of these niggas in Germany and Sweden and places all across the globe. You know what I'm saying? They built a cult following being creative with their releases and shit like that through the internet with their branding. You know what I'm saying? And making dope ass music. You know what I'm saying? So they're proof that it's no longer a young man's game. That used to be the thing because hip hop is still young. Hip hop is 50 years old. And hip hop was very in the early stages at that time, that period that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? When Pac and them came out, yeah, hip hop was still very young. And so it was harder for people like Kane and all of that to be able to sustain their career because I think the reason why that was because being in that industry, you were kind of constricted to their way of doing things. It wasn't like now where you have access to the internet and you could be more creative and find different ways to connect with the audience. You had to go through their system to be able to connect with the audience. So who said it was a young man's sport? It was the machine that said it was a young man's sport. And so the radio not supporting your record, MTV is not going to support your record because they're looking at everything strictly from a numbers standpoint, an analytic standpoint. And they're saying our target audience is ages 13 to 24. So you old school, you played out, we're not going to play you no more. The record label not going to give you a big budget anymore. Like I said, radio, MTV, all that, they're not going to support you anymore. So it looks to us like so-and-so fell off. So-and-so probably still dope as hell, but they don't have the support that they used to have because according to the music industry, this is a young man's sport. You know what I'm saying? But now that you're not limited to the structure of the music industry and doing things their way and only being able to connect with an audience through their outlets, being now that you don't have those restrictions anymore, that theory is being disproven. It's not just a young man's sport. E40 still out here doing his thing, has a big audience. Too Short, big audience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of older guys. Nas went on a run, dropped 6 albums in 3 years. Very successful. Still able to go out there and sell out the Garden. Do one show and sell out the whole Garden. You know what I'm saying? He about to do another, not a residency, but he got a show coming up in Vegas. I think something. I think it's another anniversary album or something he's performing out there in Vegas. He got coming up. You know what I'm saying? Very successful. You know what I mean? If Hov was to drop right now, that shit would make a lot of noise. If Hov was to drop right now, he would do numbers. Hov is in his 50s. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that shit is outdated now. It's not just a young man's sport anymore. Gospel, blues, jazz, rock and roll are all the artist product of the pain and suffering FBA has endured on American soil for centuries. You couldn't create those styles without having lived that experience. That's true. That's true. I saw something with Wynton Marsalis, and I don't know who the sister is that he was talking to, but it was Wynton Marsalis, and he was talking to another sister. I believe she was a jazz singer. And he was saying, he was talking about a certain style of jazz that at first he didn't like it. Shout out to Mama Love for the super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. Um, at first he didn't like it. There was like some style that the younger people were doing at the time that he kind of dismissed at first, until he got around some people and he learned more about it, and then he started trying it for himself and he fell in love with it. He made a whole bunch of records in that style. And the sister was saying, yeah, you have to live it. She was saying you can't, she's like, sure, you could kind of learn how it works and maybe imitate it a little bit, but if you don't have that lived experience, you can't really make this music unless you come from what we come from. She was talking about Louisiana and all of that. She was talking about the experience of growing up in Louisiana and all that. She was like, if you don't have that lived experience, the energy is not going to be there behind the music and the people not going to feel it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I agree with you. You're absolutely right on that. The youth not listening to Jay-Z, Common, and Nas right now. Pac and Biggie had the youth and the old heads. I don't know if that's necessarily true. For the most part, I would say you're right. At large, yeah, the youth at large are not. But you do have a lot of young people who are tapped in like that. I see them on social media. I follow them. I be impressed by them. There's a lot of young people. If you go on YouTube, I love to watch reaction videos. I love to see, especially younger people, and there's a couple of white people that I love to watch react to particularly old school hip hop songs. There's one father and son duo. It's a white man and his son. It's a white dude and his dad who do these reaction videos. They from Canada. They some straight up white boys. Like, they ain't from the hood. They ain't trying to be hood. They not talking with no black sense and trying to be down. They ain't trying to do none of that. These are straight up and down white folks from Canada somewhere. But the young son is a fan of hip hop music, and he puts his dad onto these records, and they just record themselves. He'll be playing a song for the first time for his dad. I like watching those type of reaction videos, and I like to see younger people, foundational Black Americans, react to the music that we grew up on, because sometimes I wonder, like, is it a thing where you had to be there? I'm like, if you didn't grow up, not only when I grew up, but where I grew up, if you're not from the same era from where that I'm from, and from New York or the East Coast, can you really feel Mobb Deep the way we felt Mobb Deep? Is Prodigy gonna make sense to you? You know what I'm saying? Part of me is like, I don't think so. I feel like you had to be there to really understand Prodigy, because Prodigy is just unorthodox. He got an unorthodox style. I would think that, a person that didn't grow up in that would hear Prodigy and be like, this who you think is fire? This nigga trash. I would think that. But I'll be watching these reaction videos with a lot of young people, and they be tapped in. Like, when you see them react to the song, they really do get it. They really do feel it. So yeah, not the masses, but it's never the masses. It's never really the masses. It's only rare cases. You're talking about, I think you said Tupac and Biggie. Those are, anomalies. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you got Kendrick, J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? A couple years ago, you had like Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Certain people like that who are really authentic hip hop artists with substance, who actually break through that mainstream and become superstars. It's never, across the board. Usually the shit that breaks through the mainstream and the people that become superstars are usually the watered down shit, the watered down versions of everything. The shit that don't got no real substance to it, the shit that's kind of lollipop, bubblegum-ish. That's the shit that usually, the masses cling to the most. You know what I'm saying? And then there's like one or two real artists that actually crack through, like a Lauryn Hill or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? That's usually how that goes. And so it's still the same now. It's still the same thing now. for not even just for the old heads, because you got younger artists who are making the music that people from our era can appreciate. You got young artists that's out there doing it right now. I'm checking out this kid from Houston. His name is Marcus Clay. If you haven't heard of Marcus Clay, let me be the first one to put you on. It's a young boy out of Houston named Marcus Clay. Nigga is dope as fuck. Nice as fuck. He sound like he from New York or something. He don't sound like no Houston rapper. You know what I'm saying? No shade on Houston. I love Houston. Scarface, one of my favorite MCs. But I'm just saying, this nigga sounds like he's from fucking Queens or some shit. Just his approach. You know what I mean? But check him out. He's nice. It's a young nigga out of Philly right now named Amir Ali. Or Ali Amir. I think it's Amir Ali. Nice. He's busy. Go check him out. Amir Ali out of Philly. He's dope. These dudes is young. And so the young audience that you talking about, they're not fucking with them young dudes either. So it's not an age thing. It's not really an age thing. The young people, the young crowd that you're talking about that is not really rocking with the Nas's and all of them who dropping music now, I agree with you. The majority of them are not. But that crowd who's more focused on, you know, Lil Baby and, you know, Sexy Red and, you know what I'm saying? They listening to what's popping right now only. That crowd, not only are they not checking for Nas and Scarface and these guys when they come out, Common and all that when they come out, but they're not checking for these young dudes that I'm talking about either. And these dudes are the same age as them. So it's not really an age thing. It's a taste thing. It's a taste thing. And so people who have good taste have always been in the minority. The majority of people that listen to music are casual listeners. Everybody doesn't have great taste. Everybody doesn't understand music on a sophisticated level. Most people, you know, they just like the beat. They just like the vibe. You know what I'm saying? They're not really too into the intricacies of what's behind the music. You know what I'm saying? That's for people with taste. And so it's not really an age thing. It's a taste thing. Meek Mill had young and old heads in his prime before the Drake beef. I don't know. I don't know too many really people from my era that was fucking with Meek like that. Like Meek is cool, you know what I'm saying? I like Meek, but I don't know if he had like a big old head audience. Maybe. I'm not saying he did or he didn't. Maybe. At a certain point, I would say the same thing about like a Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? When certain people are in their prime peak of their career, even Drake, you know what I'm saying? Rick Ross, you know, was at a certain point in his career where the young people was tapped in and the old heads was tapped in. Jeezy, you know, you can say that about a lot of people during their peak of their career. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't think it's really an age thing as far as who's tapped in and who's not. It's a taste thing, but it also is a branding thing. You have to be able to brand yourself and market yourself so that people even know that you exist. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of a tricky thing now to try to figure out. LaRussell's another good example. He's a young dude doing his thing on the independent level. You know what I'm saying? I admire him, you know, not just his music, but just his whole movement that he got going on. It's not a bunch of young people that's tapped into him like that. That's really listening to LaRussell like that. You know what I'm saying? He got his core audience, his core following, people that's rocking with him. He's real tapped into the culture of the Bay Area and all of that. So he's resonating with people that fuck with that heavy. And there's a lot of legends and of the rap game who are seeing what he's doing and admiring what he's doing and are rocking with him out of respect. And that's introducing him to different audiences and stuff like that, just by being affiliated, you know what I'm saying, with a E40 or with a Snoop Dogg or with a, you know what I'm saying, he rocked with a lot of people at this point, you know what I'm saying? And so that's putting him in front of different audiences just by association too. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 71. I represent the Tupac, Biggie, and Wu-Tang Clan generation. That's my age bracket, representing the 90s decade of hip-hop. Tupac was born in 71. Shout out to Entertainment Sports Highlights. If T Grizzly was from Compton or Los Angeles, he would be as big as Kendrick Lamar. I don't know why you say that. Why you say that? You think T Grizzly is as good as Kendrick Lamar, in your opinion? You think he's that good, but he's just slept on because he's from Detroit? Because you got a nigga, and here goes another young nigga, and I'm not sure how old he is. He might be around 30 or so. I don't know how old this nigga is. But West Side Boogie, who's from Compton, who's nice as fuck, is nowhere near as big as Kendrick Lamar. Nowhere near as big as Kendrick Lamar. And he's signed by Eminem. He's signed by Shady. You know what I'm saying? People don't know about him like that. And he's nice. He's dumb nice. It's another nigga, Reason. I think Reason might be from Compton. He's from somewhere out there in LA. What's them four dudes' name? Coast Contra. The four young dudes. One of them is, I think one of them is from Jersey or Philly, and the other three are from California, but they kind of West Coast based. Coast Contra. Them niggas is dumb nice. Dumb nice. I don't know what their situation is as far as, label affiliation or anything like that, but they not really popping like that, like you would think they'd be because of their talent level. But talent is not the main thing. A lot of people get that misconstrued also. They think the most talented people are supposed to be the most popping people. And that's rarely the case. That's rarely the case. You know what I'm saying? Talent kind of don't matter as much as everything else. The marketing, the branding, and all that stuff matters way more than talent. As far as, making an artist popular into the mainstream and all of that. Talent is like the least thing that actually really matters. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why Coogee Rap was never a superstar, but Noriega was. Yeah? I like Nori. I'm not trying to shit on Nori. You know what I'm saying? Nori, CNN and all that, they made some dope shit. But I'm just saying, he's nowhere near the talent level of a Coogee Rap. But again, Coogee Rap, I don't even think he has a gold album or a gold single or nothing like that. Was you old enough to remember and see the peak of the breakdancing era in the early 1980s? I was a kid. I was a young kid in the 1980s, but I used to breakdance. You know what I'm saying? That was probably the first element of hip hop that I participated in was breakdancing. You know what I'm saying? I was a little kid that knew how to breakdance real good. Well, I thought I was real good anyway. I was a little kid. I used to get a lot of props and attention probably because I was, such a young kid. You know what I'm saying? Because usually everybody else out there was older because I used to be out there with some of the older guards and all of that. They used to bring me around, you know what I'm saying, and have me go out there, yo, check out my little man, my little man get busy. You know what I'm saying? They got the linoleum out there and the cardboard out there and all that stuff. And I used to get out there and, I could do a few back spins and head spins and stuff like that. And so, crowd used to go crazy, but it was probably more so because I was a little kid than anything else. But I was all right. Right, Sincere and DJ RP Beats is slept on for real, lyrics and production. Say that. Say that. If it was all about talent, you know what I mean? If it was all about talent, I would be a superstar. He told me then that talent no longer matters. In 2016, they was like, "Can you support yourself?" I was told by TT Batista at Black Rose Production in New Jersey in 2016. Okay, yeah. Nah, but it always been like that though. It always been like that. That's not just the case for hip hop. You know, that's across genres. You know what I'm saying? If you look at pop music, you know, look why you think Britney Spears was a thing. Britney Spears, you know, she wasn't very talented. You know, she wasn't extremely talented like that. There's a lot of young girls out there that was way more talented than Britney Spears, but they was nowhere near her success level. You know, Maya wasn't on Britney Spears level. Just the first person that comes to mind, Maya. She was out around that time, I think. She wasn't on Britney Spears level. I was a kid, man. I was like 6 years old or something like that. Yeah, I was like 6 years old when that came out. I was a little kid, man. Well, I was 5 years old. That's when it came out. I was five. I was a little snot nose. Oh, yeah, I'm about to be out too, man. I appreciate you, Breeze. I appreciate everybody tapping in with me, man. Like I said, trying to get more consistent with posting content on YouTube. So y'all look forward to seeing more content from our channel and stuff like that. Y'all definitely want to make sure you stay subscribed. Me and Nicety will be live tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. We're going to do our weekly current event show. We got the Black Business Showcase, new season about to pop off at the top of 2025. So y'all definitely want to stay tuned in for that as well. If you are a business owner, entrepreneur, you want to be featured on our channel, send us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know about your business so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase. What else? Coogee Rap was in Cold Chillin' Records. That's why he never went gold. He wasn't on Cold Chillin' his whole career. You know, Coogee Rap still puts out music now. Dope music, by the way. Coogee Rap is still dope. I appreciate you, First Work Media. Definitely appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna do more of these. I'm gonna try to do these more consistently. Just get on here and chop it up with y'all about different stuff. Me and Nicey gonna continue our weekly broadcast, Black Business Showcase, all of that. Try to get more frequent with posting short content and stuff like that, as well as long form content, so we can try to build this channel up. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Click the notification bell, all of that good stuff. Share, share, share. Leave comments. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. But yeah, that's it, fam. Y'all just remember, I'm not the master teacher. I am only a master student and signal booster for the voices of the new Black media. I'm out. Peace and Black love. Is that how you end it? Hold on. Hold on a second, y'all. I don't know how to end this, man. There go Nicety Girl. Y'all say what's up to Nicety Girl. What's going on, Nicety? Daoud from where? Raw Footage 1.0. You Daoud from where? I know a couple of Daouds. Which Daoud is this before I get out of here? Check his settings. And Clinton or Daoud from Clinton, that's you? Is that Daoud from you Dr. York, son? Is Dr. York your pops? Yeah, Dr. York is your pops? That's you? Oh, okay. I didn't know you were subscribed on here. I didn't know you were subscribed on here. Okay, yeah. But I'm about to get up out of here though, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Me and Nicely will be on here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Peace.